thank you. I thought it was clever because you were, like, literally giving yourself the like.
Yeah.
He. I'm clever sometimes. Anyway.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah, I'm recording whenever you want to.
Hookers and blow. Just, inside joke, folks, that none of you are going to get unless you watch Geeky Gentleman.
Thank you for the plug.
You're welcome. And since we're plugging things, I'm gonna go ahead and plug what I'm doing this month. I'm doing Cryptober! Where I'm reviewing, season...
Now, is it actually titled Cryptober? Ha 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 ha.
No, but I do that in the reviews, so... In it, I originally said I was going to do a review every day of October. 31 days, 31 reviews. That ain't happening. I'm going to have a review out every weekday, just so that I actually have a weekend to write more scripts.
Yeah.
And also that means, because the way October is this year, I can actually get seasons 1 and 2 completely done, all the way with just one day where I double post. Which will probably be the 31st. A special...
Neat.
Anyway, y'all probably don't really care about this. Y'all are here to hear about Effect vs. Effect Episode 4, Gimme a Light.
They are, indeed. I like that we started the show by plugging things, but without saying welcome to the show. You know, you've lost your privileges to do intros. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Hi, everyone. How's it going? So yeah, today we are going to talk about the 4th episode of Effect vs. Effect. Sorry for the lapse in posting. There's been some crazy things going on lately.
Yeah.
But we're hoping to bring the series back a little bit more regularly.
Yep.
All right.
We should probably introduce ourselves to anyone new to this, because we haven't done that yet. I'm Matthew Maxwell Myers. I'm the fat one who does real magic. Well, real magic. Practical effects.
I'm Sid Part 2, the super, like, horribly skinny one that does video effects. And for those that are new to the show, since I've gotten some more subscribers since we started the show and there's been this hiatus, the premise of the show is that I try to do something using video effects, and Maxwell tries to do the same thing using practical magic effects. Mm-hmm. And we try to see not only who has the more realistic-looking effect, but also who gives the best performance.
Yeah.
Occasionally we have the audience vote on that if Maxwell and I are butting heads and can't decide it.
Yep.
So in this video, what we're going to do is do a quick commentary, watching each of the episodes, and then we'll have a discussion talking about who we think wins. And this week, the challenge was to make it appear that you were smoking something without actually smoking something.
Yeah, the magic effect is called Smoking the Thumb. Which,
okay.
If I may plug one last thing, because this is really, really cool. Ade Duval Smoking Thumb. ADEDUVALE. Ade Duval. Really great presentation for it.
Okay, cool.
So.
Alright, so on that note, you ready to go ahead and get started?
Alright, whose are we watching first? Yours or mine?
Mine, just because it's right here.
Alright.
On screen already.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna skip past the intro here, and we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1.
I really enjoyed this one.
Thank you. I worked on getting... my goal here is to try to wear a different outfit every time.
Oh, I do have to say this. The feather in the hat, I like that.
Oh, thank you. I actually do have a green hat that goes with this outfit, but I wanted to keep the top hat consistent in each episode.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I began by sassing Maxwell.
You know, I don't know if we were still supposed to do that or not.
I just figured why not, since you got so sassy in the last one. Alright, here's the joke that only one person got. This is definitely not a pipe. No one else is going to get that joke besides... Actually, 2 people. My girlfriend and Superhero Enthusiast understood that joke. And there's the effect, smoke cloud, and
I love this part.
me coughing up.
Yeah. You hacking up a lung.
Yeah, it seemed realistic.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention about the effect, because it's really subtle and I wasn't sure if anyone was going to notice it. If you look at my hand,
right
like
before,
at the top of my fist,
yeah,
you actually see smoke coming out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I thought that was a cool little addition, really subtle, and took way too much time to do.
Well, I actually noticed it, and when I first saw it, I thought, wait, did he mess up and put the smoke too early? Then once you actually did the smoking thumb, okay, it clicked together. I knew what you were going for there.
Glass of water. So yeah, there's my effect. Really had to do it quick because it's just with small things like that. It takes a lot of time, and I didn't want to have to spend like hours and hours doing the whole process of masking and everything that got involved with that. So now we're gonna go to Maxwell's video, it will start in 3, 2, 1, maybe. Okay. Oh,
there I am. Yeah.
Yeah, Maxwell is now on screen.
I have to say this here. I have learned something from this. Never do anything with smoking when you are being backlit. You cannot see the smoke.
See, that's what I was curious about. I couldn't tell the one time I did watch this.
Yeah.
When you're doing the smoke bit, when you are smoking the thumb, is any smoke coming out of your hand?
There is. It's just really difficult to see because I did this in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And I liked having the brightness behind me. For the others, it's just... Normally when you do something like this, you're doing it on stage in front of a black background so you can see the smoke come out. But you can trust me. I was there. I saw the smoke. Although I do light feed and steal for a living, so you might not want to trust me.
Right. No, dude, like, honestly, here's how bad the backlighting is then.
Yeah.
I watched this, the one time I got to watch this, I watched it on my TV.
Oh.
And I could not see any smoke coming out of your hand.
Yeah, that's...
When you blow smoke here at the end, here's Maxwell doing the effect. I honestly could not see anything coming out of the hand there. So it just looks like you're having a really hard time making the effect work. I can see it coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
But when you're sucking on your thumb there, it makes it look like you're just having a really hard time getting it to, like, giving it wings, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. But there was some smoke coming out. It's just with being backlit. And my thing is one take and one take only.
Yep.
So that's really the problem with it. I do like the bit at the end.
Oh, yeah, I like that. God, that's dangerous.
Even though you can actually see the gimmick I was using in that.
Yeah, the cigarette. I thought that was interesting that you actually revealed basically what was causing the smoke more than
I wasn't trying to reveal it. It's just I didn't think I was actually going to use that. It's just when I was viewing the clip, I thought, that's actually pretty damn funny. And and here's the thing. The reason why I included that was because the gimmick... Okay, you're not really smoking your thumb. You have a cigarette hidden somewhere. But, yeah, it's just that the thing went out on me.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny. The routine is supposed to be longer than that.
Yeah.
But I had to cut it short because it went out on me, and okay, I cheated a little bit by where I cut the video, but
yeah. No, I like the idea of the effect. I just don't think that the presentation of it really worked that well. It just came off it came off really difficult because of the lighting to tell what was going on.
Yeah.
And so it kind of ruined the effect for it. And then by kind of giving away that it was... I didn't like that you gave away you were using a cigarette at the beginning. That part of the performance I didn't like.
Oh, you mean the... here's the thing. That presentation, I had to cut it short because the gimmick went out on me. But the presentation that I do is based on this weird idea of reverse smoking, where you borrow a cigarette from someone, and so you don't get germs from them smoking the filter. You smoke your thumb, and then during that, it burned, then reach up into the cloud of smoke, add it into the hand, and keep puffing. So...
Interesting.
It's just a longer presentation where the cigarette didn't go out on me would have been a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this one just kind of fell apart on you at the seams, and that's just part of the one take problem on your side of things.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, I think that because of the compounding of those problems, I think that I take the win this week.
Oh yeah. And
what? Oh, you agree?
The real reason why. Here's the thing: even if you could see the smoke, it's just that because I wasn't able to do the full presentation, I think that kind of hurt it.
Yeah.
I think that the longer presentation would have made a bit more sense.
Yeah, probably would have. I just think that the problem is the way you had to cut the presentation short there. That makes a lot of sense. Where you had we could tell you were holding the cigarette and like essentially inhaling the fumes as they came off of the bud. I think that just makes it seem really weak. I mean, it looks impressive, but it's just kind of like, it's not as cool as the original presentation that you showed us, or that you were talking about, that you showed me.
Yeah.
I think that's the one you recommended at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy, I modeled what I was doing off of what he did, where he just has an open hand and he starts stuffing his thumb like he's loading a pipe, and then starts smoking his hand like it's a pipe.
But then again, with A. Duvall, he did have an assistant who could get the gimmick pre-lit for him to do smoking thumb, and being a one-man operation, I have to do the reverse smoking, where the cigarette that you see lights the cigarette that you don't see. So.
That makes perfect sense. I'm just saying, overall, the way I thought of the trick from what you told me about it, it doesn't seem like you were doing that, if that makes sense, from what we saw in the video.
Yeah.
If you dropped the cigarette and then you were able to continue the trick as you say your intended presentation works, that would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's just that the gimmick did not work correctly for the one take that I did. And that's really the problem with doing live magic, which is effectively what I'm doing on my end. Because if the gimmick doesn't work consistently, you have a pretty shitty trick. Yeah.
Now, let me just ask you, though, how did you like the smoke effect on my end?
The blowing it out, I think that was a little too fast for what a real smoker would do. I think the smoke just went shooting out of your mouth faster than normal speed, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I just wasn't... When I get as many video tracks going as I have to for these, it gets really hard to tell timing.
Yeah.
So I did something like 11 test renders trying to check out the timing on it, and I thought that looked pretty good because it looked like I was trying to go... trying to get it out as quickly as possible with what I was doing overall.
Yeah.
I thought that worked with the presentation of me not being ready to smoke.
Yeah.
There was one thing that I wanted to put into my bit that I just didn't have the chance to shoot. I wanted to have my mom go, "Why do I smell smoke?"
That would have been good.
Yeah, but she wasn't around at the time, so oh well.
Well,
no, but did the smoke look good to you? Like the texture of it and all?
It still looked computer generated.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. I mean, I worked like crazy to get a good smoke effect. It
looked gray and not white, and smoke is white. Well, at least tobacco smoke.
Dude, it is really hard, let me tell you, to get smoke to look good when it's created. I considered going into my 3D software and creating it, and it just, nothing I could do would make it look perfectly realistic, but I tried my best to get something that looked really good.
Well, I did offer to blow smoke onto a green screen for you so you could get it, so...
Yeah, but green screen smoke... The problem is, you've got transparency in smoke,
yeah.
And when you're trying to shoot something on a green screen, getting something transparent... It's like shooting a glass on a green screen. It just... unless the lighting is perfect... You're gonna lose the glass.
Well,
or it's gonna look green in the middle.
Well, you do know there was one other thing that you could have done. They do make herbal cigarettes for, like, stage shows where there's absolutely no tobacco. It's completely, well, I would say healthy, but you're still getting smoke into your mouth and lungs, but it doesn't have any tobacco, any of the carcinogens. Because you are doing video editing, you could have tried to do a different take where you do the talking, then you pack the invisible pipe, and between takes you could have taken a drag off of a herbal cigarette because you aren't going to smoke a real one.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem taking a drag off of a real cigarette and just not inhaling it into my lungs, but the problem is, it's just, I think it looks much less convincing when I'm doing an effect if I have to cut the shot.
Yeah.
I try my best not to cut the shot, because then it looks more like an actual magic trick, which is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
If I cut the shot, it's just, oh, that's how he did it. He did something in there. I mean, you can tell it's not real smoke, maybe. Funny thing is, the first time that I watched it, once it was posted on YouTube, you know how YouTube takes a while till it has full quality available?
Yeah.
I watched it in the lowest quality possible, and I thought it looked really good.
It probably did. Now, if you could just repost it as that shitty quality.
Yeah, but I want to try to have it look the best for this show. But yeah, I did enjoy both of our effects. I just thought that yours kind of didn't really work all the way through as well as mine did.
As I said, if I had done the full present, if the damn cigarette had not gone out on me, it would have been better.
Yeah, I agree with you. Oh, squirrel.
And
sorry,
you get to
squirrel.
decide the next challenge.
Yes, I do, and so what we're going to do next week, and this should be actually really fun, we're going to have to produce a bird, and no, that doesn't mean flick off the camera, but I'm thinking I want to try to make this a little bit more difficult on you, since I can obviously hear that you have a bird.
2.
Alright? 2 birds, okay. So I was trying to think about it, and the bird has to fly somewhere. Doesn't have to, you probably have the wings clipped, but it has to go somewhere. You can't just pull it out and then hold it. It has to actually move somewhere after the fact.
Okay.
Because that'll make it difficult on you and on me.
Okay, I'm willing to do that.
Okay, cool. So that should be fun. When do you think we could get that up, if you don't mind putting pressure?
We're putting this up, when? Saturday the 12th?
Yes.
Want to say by Saturday the 19th or Sunday the 20th?
Yeah, that sounds good. The week after this is posted?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So that should be up then. Sorry, things are getting timey-wimey here. Everybody, thank you for listening. This will be fun, and,
let me ask one last thing. There are lots of different ways to produce birds. Is there any stipulation on, I'm gonna do something, I'm thinking of either from a scarf, from a handkerchief, from a newspaper, something like that. I don't like prop productions, but any of those sound good?
Mine's gonna fly, the way I've got it thinking, mine's gonna fly out of my hat.
Okay, so, basically as long as it doesn't come out of a box or something like that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
Alright, should be fun, everybody. So, hope you're excited by the ideas that we're throwing around now, and we'll see you next time on Effect versus Effect. Why evil laugh? That seems inappropriate.
Because I'm doing Cryptober at the same time, that's why.